Hello, I'm Andrew Craston in the ASFA studio for the first of a four-part discussion on the MetLife Future Insights Report that canvasses the views of over 18,000 consumers globally. I'm joined by Michael Roberts, MetLife's Global Chief Marketing Officer, and Lina, MetLife Australia's Chief Customer and Marketing Officer. Michael, if I could ask the first question to you, what prompted this research and why is it important?
So Andrew, it's great to be here with you. So what prompted this research was our desire to help surface some signals to aid leaders in seeing around corners. Gone are the days of business leaders planning using a single deterministic scenario. Rather, leaders need to be attuned to both strong and weak signals across a multitude of domains and then use those signals to dynamically plan for what will continue to be a pretty uncertain future. So our focus here in this research is on the behavioral shifts and the perspective shifts that we're seeing in people both locally and globally. And our hope is that this research will provoke both thought and inspire some action. But getting into the research specifically, we found first that the continued uncertainty is challenging for people. Second, that challenge is compounded by expectations of longevity and the resulting potential redefinition of life stages in the context of that longevity. Third, that well-being continues to grow in scope and importance, not just because of longevity, but because of greater awareness and greater needs of a more diverse population. And all of that adds up to a collective aspiration for security and stability. And so what we aim to do with the research is provide broad value via these insights, but they also inform how we at MetLife can live our purpose, which is to help build more confident futures.
On that note, Michael, let's drill down into the first topic of the research, and that is the need for a confident future. What does the research tell us about how consumers are feeling?
Yeah, so it was a really interesting result of what we saw globally, which is that the majority of people are feeling uncertain about the future. Consumers are feeling the effects of these stacked crises, and the cognitive load of that is really taking a toll. When we dig into the numbers, 73% globally believe that things are going to get worse before they get better in the next few years, and that number is even higher for our Australians. And the concerns both for Australians and globally mirror one another. It's things like financial inequity, climate, environment, and crime. So the effect of that concern on people's psyches, though, is really important to understand. So 61% of those we surveyed globally say that they're consumed by these challenges facing society, so they're less able to enjoy their daily lives. And then when asked about the next 10 years, 67% globally say it's scary to imagine how the world will look in 2035, and 62% say they don't feel that they can prepare for it. So there is some good news, though. We saw that 74% of those surveyed are optimistic that with proper leadership, the world can be better in 2035 than it is today. And so what we're seeing is that people want authentic leaders who can bring a sense of vision, some direction, and this we see as a great opportunity for organizations to lead with purpose and to take positive actions.
Thanks, Michael. Lina, if I could turn to you, what does the research tell us about what actions Australians want from their organisations and from their leaders?
Thanks, Andrew. Michael just shared some interesting stats globally and of Australia. And when we looked into this a little bit deeper, what we found is that customers want organisations to take the lead. They want them to think about what's coming, not only focus on what's happening now, but what's happening in the future. 91% of Australians agreed that they want their leaders to be more innovative. They want them to solve not only the challenges they're facing now, but what they are likely to be facing in the next 10, 20 years. They also told, what we saw in the research is customers want organisations to think about what products and services may they need in the future. And in addition to that, not only what they will need, but what also future generations will need. So they want that sense of security that somebody's actually thinking about that and the burden is not on them. At MetLife, we're focused on not only our people and our customers, but our long-term sustainability. So as a company, it's an opportunity for us to really bring to life our purpose, which is to build a more confident future.
Thanks, Lina. And thank you to Michael. Join us for part 2 of our discussion on the MetLife Future Insights Report as we drill down into longevity and the redefinition of life stages.